Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. You know, Baruch Hashem, the winter season is upon us, and many places it's snowing. Snow is very exciting for the kids. Perhaps we should touch upon some of the halachas that apply with snow, especially in Shabbos. The Alter Rebbe in Siman Shin Chaf, Seif Chaf, talks about if you're allowed to step on snow, walk on snow, because by walking in snow, you're crushing it, making it into liquid. That's a problem, extension of perhaps of the Isser of Schita. So the Alter Rebbe Siman Shin Chaf Seif Chaf says like this: Mutter lidrei shelig beraglov, you're allowed to step on snow with your feet. Ki efsher shaloyi and nimchavim nemes, because it's who says it's gonna dissolve and crush. V'lachein, and therefore because it is possible that you will not completely crush it, even if it happens, it's a davar she'eina miskavin. It's unintentional. Umutar kivon she'eina psik reisha. However, says the Alter Rebbe, v'yesh misha omer, that if your shoes are moist, lachim ubevadai nimas hashelig, and if you walk and step on the snow is for sure going to dissolve. Mutter, even then it's mutter. Because in the winter, it's almost impossible for you to avoid stepping on snow if you live in a snowy area. Because when snow falls, it falls everywhere, and it's impossible to avoid. It's similar to what the Bach writes about rain, that when a person walks outside in Shabbos and it rains, should there be a worry about I might be soichet, I might be squeezing my garment? And the Bach says, what should I do? Tell people not to walk out on Shabbos, it might rain? So therefore, being logical, we say if this is how it is, don't worry about the Isser of Schita. However, the Alter Rebbe in the parenthesis, he says something shocking. He says, Toiv lahachmir b'mokim she'efser lizar b'kal. Nevertheless, if without big effort you're able to avoid these issues, try to. So, which comes out is, if you have walking outside and there's a snowy and it's snow everywhere, but there's a paved road or a shoveled area where it's clean, according to this parentheses in the Alter Rebbe, you should try to avoid walking on the snow. You should try, if it's efsher b'kal, you should walk kaka on the shoveled area. So that's something for the adults. For the children, are you allowed to make snowballs on Shabbos? Now, we're not going to be talking about throwing them from reshus to reshus. That has side problems. But let's just stay focused with just the snow. Could you make a snowman? Could you make a snowball? So in Shmir Shabbos Kilchasa Perek Tezayin Eis Mem Dalid, he says you're not allowed to make snowballs or snowmen on Shabbos. And the reason is based on the Rambam. When the Rambam says, Kol HaMekavetz Chelik El Chelik V'davek HaKol, if on Shabbos you come and connect pieces together and make it into one solid thing, Ad Sheyasu Guf Echad, Doimel Lebinyan, it's almost like the Malacha of Baina. And to make loose snow into a form of a snowman or a snowball is the Isser of Baina. And he goes on to explain, to discuss how about crushing, throwing the ball, if it's already formed, to throw it and then by hitting something it will deform, it will crush. So he brings from a sefer that says that perhaps that will be a problem with Seiser. If making the snowman, making the snowball is Baina, demolishing it should be the Isser of Seiser. However, in the Aris, he quotes from Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach says, if you have things that are not connected together in a fixed manner, if you have cake that's stuck together by honey, and you take it apart, there is no Isser of Seiser. Oibazoi, says Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, if somebody threw a snowball in a place where he was mutter because of Erev or anything like that, and the snowball, the snowman deforms, gets crushed, there's no Isser of Seiser. Yeshikoyach, and please join us again next week.